Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes on this Saturday. Just a reminder that the Joe and Joe Weather Show will be back on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And it'll be an interesting Sunday because we do have a cold front that will be approaching with showers and thunderstorms and maybe the threat for some severe weather in a few places. And we're going to get into that in a moment. In the meantime, today we do have what is really a very weak upper air disturbance. And you can see here at midday that we do have quite a bit of cloud cover that is moving through. It's not a solid overcast. It really sort of depends on where you are. This area is going to continue to weaken as it moves eastward. And then we've got a follow-up shortwave up in the northern plains that'll be right behind it, and that'll be our weather maker for Sunday. So obviously, we're not dealing here with a whole weekend washout by any means. It is just not going to be as picture pretty as you might like it to be. Now, on the radar, at least through late this morning, there is a little bit of shower activity that's happening in parts of south central and southeastern Pennsylvania and into southern New Jersey. Most of this is on the light side. What you see up to the north, much of this is not reaching the ground. And we're going to continue to see this area slowly shrink as we move through the rest of the day. Now, I'm going to leave in the chance that there could be an isolated shower in areas further north, say north of Route 78 in Pennsylvania and in New Jersey, and perhaps a little bit further north than that. But it's conceivable that you could go the rest of the day without much happening as far as cloud cover is concerned. The Storm Prediction Center has its risk zones today in parts of Missouri and Kansas, eastern Kansas and southern Nebraska, eastern Nebraska, and also up from South Dakota into southeastern Montana. And that comes with 2% tornado risk in a small area of 5% tornado risk in northwest Missouri and southwestern Iowa. Now, tomorrow we have one of these warm front, cold front situations. So the warm front's going to probably set up close to New York City. So north and east of there, temperatures will be probably having a little bit of a tougher time tomorrow in the lower 70s. But south and west of that, where you have the marginal risk, we're looking at upper 70s to maybe around 80 in the warm spots. Not going to be a whole lot of daytime heating, but there's a fairly strong upper trough that'll be swinging through, and that'll lend some support for the idea that there could be some isolated severe thunderstorms. And there's actually a fairly large area of tornado risk that is being indicated for tomorrow in that area of marginal risk. You get one of these situations where something could spin up, even though it's not a robust severe weather situation. And with respect to rainfall this week, we have anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to some areas getting an inch and a half. A lot of this is going to be convectively driven up and down the East Coast. Lesser amounts as you start to head west. Actually, even a little bit of rain coming into the southwest for the first time in a long time. We're seeing rains of a half to up to an inch and a half in parts of the northern plains, the northern Rockies, and into the Pacific Northwest. So let's take you through the rest of this weekend. And we're going to start here with the NAM model. And in fact, we have the new one, so we might as well go to that and take a look and see what it has to say. Now, we're anticipating that the rain that we're seeing this morning on the showers on the radar, they should just basically fall apart. You can see the NAM does do this. It's very light, and as we indicated on the radar, some of that's not even reaching the ground. Then as we move on, I'm sorry, let me just get back here a little bit. There we go. So there's that area for today. I was jumping ahead. It sort of looked the same to me, but you can see it just sort of dies out. And then tomorrow, as we go into Sunday, the warm front, cold front combo, there might be a couple of scattered showers around morning into the afternoon, and then we'll wait for the cold front to pass with some showers and thunderstorms tomorrow evening and into tomorrow night. The models oftentimes in these situations don't really show thunderstorm development too well, so we're going to put in the chance in for everybody. The front gets hung up There's another little disturbance that comes through with a couple of showers on Monday, but they're going to be scattered. And Monday's going to be a warm day, as we'll be into the 80s, so there could even be a little thunderstorm. There's a weak disturbance that drops down on Tuesday, a little cluster of thunderstorms there that runs southeastward from Wisconsin into Michigan, western PA, eventually into southeast PA, and down into southern New Jersey and Delaware. That almost looks like it could be a little derecho that is moving along. The small concentrated area with a little shortwave trough. So that goes by. And then as we head into Wednesday, it'll be dry and warm. And then after that, and for Patreon members, you may have seen that long-range post about weather yesterday that I put up, and I'll do a weather in 10 later this afternoon when the new model runs are all done. But as we move through Thursday and Friday, it looks fine for the most part until we get to Friday, and then we're going to have a cold front come through during Friday with some showers and thunderstorms, and you see them right there by Friday evening. There's actually some lead showers and storms that come through Thursday night that are scattered, and then a more robust-looking line for Friday evening. And that goes offshore, and then we're setting up for what looks like a very, very cool weather pattern for this time of year anyway. As we look at the upper air going into the weekend, there's a nice-looking trough that is going to be dropping into the east. That's going to produce the severe weather, and then a little part of it's going to drop down, and then an even stronger trough comes down early next week into the east. I mean, this is a really fairly impressive shot of cool air. Now, the only difference is, and I think it has to do with how the models are handling development of tropical activity. The GFS is trying to do something in the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico, but the European doesn't have that. So the Europeans got a bit of a different view in that it is going to, at least up until recently, it was going to bring a deeper trough in a bit faster than what the GFS had. So as we move through the upper air, you can see the trough on Saturday that comes through, and then it drops down an upper low off the New England coast for Sunday and Monday. Again, very cool air covering the Northeast and into the Mid-Atlantic states if this verifies, and it would be more for the Father's Day weekend. I'm going to still lean to the idea that the European may have the better idea here than the GFS does. So we're on course to have some rather cool weather for this time of year next weekend and early next week. Does it come in? Does some of it come in on the weekend and then a stronger piece comes in for the middle part of next week? Or do we get the strong part to come in all of next weekend and continue into early next week? That's the big question in terms of timing. And the way the troughs are both set up, it would indicate that the weather should be mostly on the dry side, which is good news. Okay, so that wraps it up. Joe and Joe Weather Show again for tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So we hope to see you then.